All right, welcome, Zach.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us today. We've got a live update regarding Tropical Storm Sally and some of the changes and updates to the forecast that we've gotten today and what to expect for here in Baldwin County for what we could see for our residents. Zach, thank you for joining us this afternoon. You want to kick us off?
I will, and thanks for taking the opportunity to get on. I just want to provide a quick update. I want to give you here on this Sunday afternoon a few important pieces of information going into tomorrow. Most importantly, it is just after the 3:30 mark, so anytime between now 4 o'clock, we will be receiving an updated advisory from the National Weather Service. So I want you to be prepared for the update. I don't anticipate that there will be any crazy changes or anything like that, but I want you to know it's coming at 4 o'clock. It's a big point for us. It's going to be a big point for everyone, for everything from decisions to what kind of impacts we will have. We will have a very good look at this at 4 o'clock. So make sure you tune into your local media source. Make sure that you have a way to receive watches and warnings from your local emergency management agency. If it is us, it's Alert Baldwin to 888-777. You will text Alert Baldwin, one word. So saying that, thanks for joining us, and let's jump into our program.
All right. Thank you, Zach. So our current situation with Tropical Storm Sally, the forecast has remained relatively consistent from what we've seen previously. So we do expect to see some impacts here in Baldwin County. And in most of the things that we're going to see here, we've been told to be prepared for a very extended rain period. So the anticipated rain amounts here in the county have been estimated that between 8 to 12 inches, and localized areas we may see even more than that. So we're very concerned with the potential for flooding as it relates to the heavy rainfalls that we'll see as those bands from Tropical Storm Sally approach our area. So with us being under a tropical storm warning, we're also under several watches so that we can have some impacts with other things such as storm surge. We also may see dangerous rip currents and high surf warnings that are coming out affiliated with this storm as well. So right now, I think our greatest threat that we're going to watch for is going to be both the rainfall, the flooding, and the storm surge.
Yeah, absolutely. So our message regarding Tropical Storm Sally as of today is just stay out of dangerous water, whether it's on the coast or in a couple of days as we deal with the rain event that will occur as predicted, that you could have isolated areas of flooding. So what we want you to know, what we want to encourage today is there is no reason at this point to enter dangerous waters. So right now we do have rip current statements. We do have the threat for rising waters going into this week. And again, it is not necessary for you to enter any of those waters. We want you to know that we will experience some flooding. We don't know to what extent. That's our biggest threat. Floods are very deadly. They're very deadly. We talk about this year in, year out in emergency management. What can we do as emergency managers to prevent deaths from floods and from other hazardous water? And my answer is to do things like this, to get the attention of the public however we can. We have access to these resources. We're going to use them. The message is stay out of the water. And other than that, you should be just fine as it stands. So let's kick into a couple of things I have here. Look behind me. I have Fort Morgan. Right now, we are expected to have an element of surge there, okay? As of the update this morning and through today, we are looking to have less than 3 feet. Now, there are some isolated areas. If you'll look very closely to our map, there's an area just on the north side of the fort that is yellow, and what that means is it could have more than 3 foot of surge. So we want to look at that. That's where the intertidal waters are. They're in the gray at the top. We know that those are going to go underwater. They always do during situations like this. However, it's very important to understand that flooding on Fort Morgan, always something we have to look at, always have something we have to prepare for. So we have Fort Morgan here, and then as you see, we'll navigate down Fort Morgan, and then we'll head north to Fish River. If you want to look at Fish River, there's individuals that live there that know Fish River is problematic. There are several roads in that area I know where residents are probably already taking action, and they are moving vehicles to some higher grounds. That's perfect. We need you looking at things like this today, going in tomorrow. And then if you'll go over to Styx River, let's go over to the same thing. And what I'm showing you here is actually a map that we got from the Hurricane Center, and it tells us what some of our flood impacts will be. So you look over to the east, Styx River, same story. So what this is telling us is our county as a whole will be taking on water in the next few days. As we get to the end of the week, water that will be dropping in the northern part of the state will be moving south. So this week, we really need to have focus on our gauges. So a lot of them, people I talk to, Jeannie, they have no idea that we have river gauges. So what I did is I posted the river gauges behind me here. And we'll go back one screen real quick because this is going to be very important. You can simply Google Baldwin County river gauges, and under there you'll see this document. It's going to tell you by county all of the river gauges in the state of Alabama. But most importantly, if you will focus on Baldwin County, we have a large amount of gauges in this area. There are 3 you could subscribe to. My favorite, and it's the newest I want to tell you about, is on County Road 32. Jenny, tell them a little bit about the County Road 32 gauge.
Yeah, so we recently were able to install the river gauge there on County Road 32 on Fish River. And one of the important reasons that that location was critical is that we know that that river is very responsive, which means that when rain comes, that the river goes up very quickly and it falls back very quickly. So it's very important for those individuals that are in that area that they're able to see that information live, and you can do that with these river gauges. And so one of the things that we do here at Emergency Management is that we're monitoring these river gauges all the time, because we know that even in the afternoons on the summer, sometimes we have really heavy rainfalls, and we can monitor how those waterways will react to those systems. So it's a very easy way to get plugged in, and you can monitor what's happening in your community.
Yeah, so if you'll scroll down, just as you see on the screen behind me, there is a little tab, and it's at the very bottom right here. It's called Water Alert. You can click the Water Alert tab, put an email address, put a phone number, and it's going to tell you about that particular river at that location, and it will alert you for however you set your parameters. If you don't live on the river immediately, or you don't wish to subscribe to that, again, I do want to discuss Alert Baldwin. Jenny, Alert Baldwin.
So Alert Baldwin is an incredible communication tool. And so we're able to use that to get important information to you. And you can actually go on and register. You go to alertbaldwin.com, put in your personal information, and you get to customize how you'd like to be notified. If you would like to receive emails, if you would like to receive a phone call or text, you can put that information in the system. And then you can decide if you want to be alerted for hurricane watches or warnings, or you can be alerted for flood watches or warnings. So there's lots of things that we could communicate to you so that you can make good decisions for yourself and your family.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jenny. Alert Baldwin is our mass notification system for our county. Again, 4 p.m. advisory comes out. Go ahead and make an opportunity, make an extra effort to tune into your television, tune into your radio, your apps on your phone, your social media, however you get local news. go ahead and make those plans here in the next few hours through your evening as you get ready and prepare for your Monday morning. There are a lot of things that still have to take place, and as far as decisions. This advisory is what we are looking for. We're looking for this advisory to come. We want to make sure that we are doing what is best for our county as a whole, regardless of what entity it is. We have been speaking with everybody. That is so important that we continue to do that. And we just want to thank you all for your support. And always, if there's anything, we do have the chat window open. You can get chat that. We monitor that, but also we have email and cell phone, Facebook, Twitter. You can find us just about anywhere you look. We want to be accessible. And that's all I have. Jenny, anything else?
Just one additional thing that I would like to remind everyone. We know that Baldwin County is a great place to live, and a lot of new people have moved into our neighborhoods and to our communities, and they may not be as familiar with how your local neighborhood responds to water. So that if we get heavy rainfalls, go ahead and talk to your neighbors and share with them the information and experience that you have. If you've been here when we've had tropical weather, if you've lived here through a hurricane, go ahead and share some of that knowledge and have some conversation with your neighbors, because lots of us have new neighbors and we want to make sure that they stay safe as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. Take care of each other. Make sure that you reach out to individuals that maybe have not experienced a storm. Although we're not looking at direct impact, it's very important to check on your neighbor, to answer questions. One thing I do want to bring up just quickly, I was looking at a social media post, and there's a visitor in our county, which is very common, and they were just wanting to know, hey, I've never been here, what do I do? They reached out to the local community, and the local community responded. So fantastic. We love that. And also do not forget to send our emergency management information in that post as well. Get them plugged into us as well. So we thank you for that. We hope that you continue to take care of one another, and we will update you through social media for the duration of the evening, and then you can expect us to go live again in the morning, and let's see what Tropical Storm Sally is doing in the morning for our Monday morning work day. So that's all I have. Thank you. Jeannie, thank you. And if we can do anything, please let us know.